Yo, everybody, this is Eric Daniel, and this is the third episode of the YoCast. How's everybody doing? This week has been a bittersweet week. I just want to start off the podcast, and give a little bit of love. Give a little bit of love to someone that was in my life and recently passed away. I'm not gonna bum you all out with it. But I just want to talk about him real quick. His name was Jerry, and how he came into my life was, he was kind of like he was like a third grandpa to me, or he was like an adopted grandpa, and he came into my life. Basically, my mom, she was a traveling like CNA or whatever, or a nurse or whatever. Either way, and she used to take care of his mother, and then long after quitting doing that, she still, was there for his mom and stuff. And her name was Janice, and she was a character. I loved her very dearly as well. We all did in my family, and I remember one time I was like 10 years old, and she was a real old woman, and we were out and about with my mom, and she had to go to the bathroom, and she just like peed in this parking lot with the door open, because she was just gonna do it in the car, and like, oh God, everyone started panicking, so we opened the door and she peed out on the ground, and this guy was like, oh, he goes to walk by his car, and he's like, and I'm like freaking out, dude. I mean, I didn't see anything, so that was a plus, but like I just was like, people shouldn't be doing this, and my mom's freaking out like, don't do it, oh God. And she was a character. And my mom used to give him a hard time when he'd come down and visit and stuff, and he'd always call her his daughter, and I still have these, he'd even buy us, gifts for Christmas. I have these binoculars I've had them since I was like 10. And I have them in my camping bag, and I keep them forever. So I just want to say rest in peace to you, buddy. He was a good guy. So love you, bud. Anyway, so moving on. Then I had to do some shopping. Kind of saved a lot of it for the end. And this year of all the years, I just really, really struggled with shopping for people. Normally I have it all down. I know exactly what I want. I go in there, kick ass, get it, and whatever. It just didn't happen that way, and everyone's had like crazy last couple years. I don't know. Things just really threw it off, and I just was not as efficient as I like to be, I guess. I don't know. Had to shop for a new niece and nephew. That was wonderful. Got some Mega Blocks for the niece. Got a little stuffed animal for the nephew. So yeah, that was exciting. I have a feeling though that this Christmas is going to be amazing, just as far as spending quality time with your family and just really enjoying that. I mean, I'm very close to my family, and my family's pretty, like, they're, like, just close in general. Like, our condensed, like, family, like my brothers and my parents, and, and their wives, and like our central family, Um, very close, extended family. I'm, not quite as, close reaching out, but I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be freaking an amazing Christmas. At work, it was our Christmas party. Um, I ended up getting like a drawing, like they did like a little drawing, and I ended up getting like a sparkling like juice like thing. I mean, it's basically like a non-alcoholic drink, but it's like meant to be kind of like taste like an alcoholic drink, I guess you could say. Just like that sparkling grape juice kind of thing. And this is like I think it's like an apple and spice or something. Well, anyways, I have that. It's a cider. It's a cider kind of thing, and like a sparkling cider. I think that's what it is. But anyways, so I have that. So, and my brother actually he works. We work together, and he actually won the same thing. And so probably, yeah, we're probably gonna get some vodka and try to get the parents drunk. The night before. So tomorrow. So that's exciting. Game on. Oh, by the way, it is December 23rd, 2017. So, yeah, I forgot to say that earlier. I like to do that, let everyone know what day I recorded this. It's going on 12 and more. So, we'll be moving into the 24th in the middle of this recording. But, yeah, it's all good. But, anyways, so, I don't know. I've had a lack of energy this week, and I went and got had to deal with. Oh, sorry, yawning. Oh, I'm probably not gonna even edit that out. Anyways, I went and got my an MRI done on my knee, and I don't find out till the 28th. So there's that. That was kind of an interesting experience. I've never had an MRI, but they put some heavy metal into my ears while I was in there, and I had to lay in there for like 30 minutes. It was actually really relaxing. It was kind of weird that they like had me like they're like, okay, like I had to wait and like at a desk, and then they had me come through. And then they took me outside, like down a ramp, into this trailer where the MRI, the machine is. And I was like, what the hell? Because taking me outside and everything. I told her, I was like, listen, if this thing, like, and like I had to get on an elevator, like an outdoor elevator to the trailer, and then it carries you up. And then you slide up like a garage door, which it was all like a little weird to me. But I said, listen. To the lady, I was like, listen, if that fucking door comes up, I didn't say fucking, but I said, listen, that door comes up and the men in black are in there and they try to abduct me, I'm out of here. I don't know how well I can outrun them with the knee, so they probably just taser me and take me away and do tests and try to figure out why my dick's so big. You know what I mean? But but yeah, so anyways, that's how that trip went. And I don't know what is next for me, okay? I don't know. But we'll see. Hopefully nothing major. I'm looking forward to getting back into the gym and working out. I think I get a minor seasonal depression anyways. And I think that's also killed like my energy to work out. But the way my gym works anyways, it's closed right now for the holiday. They'll close for only a few days, and then yeah, so shit, after Christmas, Daddy's getting back in there. And even like whatever results I find out about my knee, I'm getting back in there, and I'm gonna Hulk up. You know what I mean? If I'm not working my leg, well, guess what? They'll be like, oh, that guy skipped leg day. That's what I'll be. I'll be that guy. Because at least it's progress. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. Hopefully that goes well. let's see. Man, you know, I I just, you know, I've had this like inner thing lately where I just look at myself. I mean, I've looked at myself my whole life like, yo, dude, what's your deal, dog? What you doing, man? What you doing, man? Like, I do it constantly. I think that's like one of my beautiful traits, but at the same time, probably one of my most terrible traits is the fact I'm always looking at myself, and it's allowed me to evolve, and grow as a person. And I've done a lot of growing in the last few years. I feel like I was always felt like I was behind. I think I talked about that a little bit in one of the other podcasts, but I've always felt like I was behind, and that's from being held back. And then like I had like 2 years of depression where I just didn't do anything. I'd go to work, and then I would hide out in my bedroom. So I felt like I lost like 4 years of my life, and I always felt like 4 years behind in everything. And but I do celebrate the growth I've made. You know, and and I don't know if it's like there's like a lot of men out there. I don't know, like a lot of us, we're just like creatures trying to understand ourselves. You know what I mean? And or you have these people that just don't look at themselves at all. It's very weird. It's like a 50-50 split. Like they don't look at themselves at all, and they don't care to grow. Or you have the people that are like, dude, who the hell am I? I mean, you roughly know, obviously, who you are, but you constant, like for me, I constantly throw myself for a loop, and I'm trying to, I try to figure out certain things about myself. You know what I mean? Like, here's a prime example that doesn't make sense to me. It's actually, for me, it's funny as shit. You know what I mean? But like, like with me, so anyways, I'm 28, and for me, but I don't feel 28 at all, and I'm probably like, and I've said this before too, like I'm sort of a man child, you know what I mean? But I also feel like I'm a man when it counts, well, if it's really important, I'm a man. But shit, dude, I love my Pokemon, I love my Dragon Ball Z, I love playing video games, I love making skits, I love being stupid, you know what I mean? And I'm proud of it. So if anyone can knock me, they could say I'm a man child that way. But it's just funny, how that works. And it's like I'm getting older now, and I know I'm getting older, but I think I struggle with that idea of the fact that I am getting older. I'm not old, I'm not old, but I struggle with that, I tell a lot of people, I'm they start ragging on me, say I'm old or whatever, and which I'm not like an old guy or anything like that, but I just think I'm forever young, baby, forever young, baby, and it's just weird. I just wonder where I'm gonna be, like, like I already struggled with this now. I've already struggled with this now, like a hot older chick, right? Like a hot older chick wants to get some of the EJ. You know what I mean? Trying to get with daddy. You know what I mean? Hot old chick trying to get daddy. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes I get I got like that young dude in high school mindset, like, or like from like all those teen movies. Like sometimes I wonder if I had that going on a little bit, or like in those teen movies, it'll be like this young dude, and they're like, oh, look at this, look how hot this older woman is, right? Look how hot this older woman is. They want her. She's sexy, and they want her. Well, anyways, and then they like will hit on them, and they'll instantly just wuss out. And I think I got a little bit of that going on, because I've had like older women hit on me, and they're not like old women by any means, but I'll tag up a hot 40-year-old. Okay, wait. I say that, but push comes to shove. I'm like, Mrs. Jones, I gotta get home, whatever, like I gotta run my paper route, like, but I talk a big game, dude, and I'll go, shit, I'll go, if I gotta do what I gotta do, I'm gonna go bust one out. You better believe if I push out, I'm gonna go bust one out later. But I don't know, man. I'm just trying to understand myself, and it just like that's one of those things that I last few years, I've had older women come after me, and I just and sometimes I've had a couple times, it was like they're like, come get it, daddy, and I'm just like, well, I'm like, yo, you can't handle this, girl, yo. You can't handle this, talking like, yeah, baby, you can't handle this, girl. Coming at you, I'm gonna bust that hip, baby, come talking like that, But then she's like, well, come get this pussy, come get this pussy, mister. And I'm like, well, I gotta get up early. I gotta shit, oh, I would love to. I mean, it's just my schedule is so busy. I missed out on a couple good wham bams, thank you ma'ams. You know what I mean? And that's just one of those funny things. I'm just constantly looking at myself and like, what is it? Like, what do you think it is? Do you think like somehow like Hollywood is like instilled that like mindset, like we're like that young dude mindset? It makes me, I'm worried though, like, cause like what about when I'm like 33? Okay, say I'm 33. Is this chick gonna be like 37 and I'm gonna be like, like, is my mindset gonna be so far in the back on that subject? Will I be like, I just, oh God, I can't do it. Oh, I mean, you give me a boner, but I'm just so scared. Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I've thrown down when it's time thrown down. You know what I mean? But it's just, I don't know. That's just something. I wonder if any of you let me know in the comments below. Any y'all dudes struggling with that, or when that older fox comes in into your cage, do you catch her? Let me know. So yeah, so Christmas on Christmas Eve, which is technically Christmas Eve now, I have to work, but then I'm going to actually, with my brother and my sister-in-law, we're actually going to go to the parents and stay up there, and then I'm going to try to get them smashed. Probably not, though. I don't know, something with me now, like, I partied pretty hard when I was younger at times, but I also ran really dehydrated, so now I got this thing where I'll start, like, and also, I've become a lot more health conscious. So it makes me wonder, like, I don't know. There's just, I'll get to drinking, and a lot of times I'll have like one drink. Sometimes I don't even finish that drink, and it makes me wonder, like, but I'll just go, something in me will just go, ugh, and then I'm done, And I could have been really excited about having that drink before, like, yeah, buddy, Daddy's gonna party. I'm gonna get nuts, I'm gonna get fucking crazy. Half a beer in, I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then my buddy's like, dude, come on, you gotta drink. I can't, dude. I literally can't right now. I don't know what it is. I really wonder, like, and I've had a couple times, like I said, I used to run really dehydrated, because all I would do is just drink, like, shit that's bad for you, like soda. Get kidney stones and stuff like that. I get kidney stones, and I run, dehydrated. Work outside in the summer, then end up sick because I'm freaking not taking care of myself. And it ain't, I wonder if that's a factor. I really do. I wonder if that's a factor. Wow. So, how about that internet neutrality? How about that whole shitstorm we got going on? Honestly, I caught the early parts of it, and I haven't really kept up with it. I did hear they went it through, but now we're gonna fight it because, I mean, 5 people deciding the outcome of all these things for people. But it makes you wonder, what if we lose? What if we lose, and the internet becomes not a fun place to your hobbies, like uploading YouTube videos, and it's becomes expensive, and you just get railroaded and run over. What if it becomes like that? Will you step away from the internet? That's another thing. I've been thinking about that. Like, would I, but I've had a lot of alternative plans in mind, anyways. Like maybe, like I've wanted to like set up. Like I've seen those like mini houses. I've thought about setting up one of those. Dude, I'm a bachelor. Shit. I was thinking, man, do that. Save up some money. So, I meet a good chick, dude. Just freaking, and some of these mini houses, by the way, are like full blown house. Like they seem like a full blown house. Like if you do it right, So I think about things like that all the time. But with this internet, it makes me wonder, like, what will I do? Will I use the internet if that happens? Will a lot of people just give up on the internet, start getting back to different times? Like, prime example, video game systems that don't use the internet, and it also makes you wonder if companies will go with that stuff too, like, all right, well, we're bringing back cartridges, you get the whole game all in one because nobody's using the internet and nobody wants to pay those fees, and it makes you wonder. There's a good chance they'll make it reasonable if it was to go through, but also there's a good chance that they're going to just completely screw people. Or they're going to, I don't know. I think it was stupid to begin with, but I pretty much everyone thinks it was stupid to begin with. Because no one's really benefiting from it. So, no matter what they're trying to say. But it just makes me wonder, like, I mean, I have plenty of, I know, like, say, I have an Xbox One that, I just recently got, and I've been having fun playing online with that, but I know, like, if they make it too uncomfortable for me, I have plenty of game systems, got that old school shit, dude. I'll just be playing that old school stuff that didn't require internet to begin with. You know how many games I have, like that, so I don't really have to worry about it, in that aspect. But it just makes me wonder, like, and I know some, a lot of people are moving towards the mini houses and living off grid, because, like, with the mini houses, like, a lot of times they'll do it. What they'll do is they'll it's like almost a lot of times they'll have like a shed on a like trailer, and you do it on the trailer, so it's like it doesn't count as a permanent building, right? And then people, like, they'll hook up their solar, or they'll, like, a lot of times, like, states and counties and stuff like that also, the counties also will consider them like an RV. Like, if you register it as an RV. And I don't know, that I've always been really interested anyways in the technology itself that goes into those mini houses, because, like, people use really cool storage tricks and things like that. So I don't know, but it just makes me think, like, what with the way the world's been changing. I notice a lot more people are going towards that, and And like with this internet thing, will people edge away from the internet? Or maybe like, you might just find people that only have internet on their phone. A lot more people, or they just drop the internet in general, and then they just pay a small fee and just use what they have for their phone, and minimalize that. Makes you wonder what direction we're heading in that aspect, and it's gonna be interesting. It really is. It's gonna be really interesting to see where things go with that. Will people, and like, so like, also think about this. If you're someone that plays ROMs, I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I know people that do, but I'm just saying they're out there. And say, like the internet starts screwing you, maybe want to get those now, you know what I mean? Or get your games that won't require internet so much, get them now, or not just focus on games, but just like shit, movies in general or whatever. If it's got a digital, download that shit, man. Put it down on, so you're not streaming it, But I don't think we have to worry about that for a little while anyways, but it's just interesting. I don't know. It's just interesting to see where things are going with that aspect. I don't know. This podcast is probably the definition of ADD at its finest. I know I jump around, but a lot of times it's just I'm gonna lead it back eventually. I think I'm gonna reel it back in. I know I'm throwing them out there sometimes, but I'm gonna reel it back in. But is it? Yeah, I don't know. I think with a lot of the, I was sick for a while and stuff like that, and the knee and stuff. And at one point, man, I was just really laid up in general, and I was like made me think a lot about my own mortality. Really, and I'm always looking at myself, and I'm always really hard on myself. And you're gonna hear a lot of that probably from me. But I also really want to invoke conversation. So if I'm just being open on something, let's talk about it, dude. I mean, a lot of people feel the same way I do, and I know it. If any tips on if you got any tips on getting past that whole older woman thing, is Daddy like to get it in. Daddy would like to get it in. So if you can help a fella out, but also, I'm actually really like a relationship guy too, so I think that's a big factor. So like when an older chick's like, come get some, well, I'm kind of a relationship guy, and I don't know if I foresee me, you're gonna be old before I'm old, No. But some of these girls that are offering it up, man, they were dimes, dude, and they were gonna be dimes for a while, But hey, where some cards don't unfold, it's just you have some other ones, you just haven't looked at yet. You know what I mean? So, but damn, I don't know if I ever said this about the angry grandpa, but he passed away recently as well, and I just want to touch on that. How I touched on the stuff earlier in the podcast. But I just want to say, rest in peace, angry grandpa. I don't know if I said that in the last one or not. I can't remember. It's been on my mind. Really enjoyed watching his videos. So if I didn't touch on that before, I can't remember. It's late and I'm tired. I'm always tired these days, though. It's because I'm very flippy floppy with my sleep. But yeah, I had kind of already decided before I did this was gonna be a short podcast. Leave it short. So I guess we're gonna leave it at that. Just a couple things I had on my mind. Let me know and of anything you want me to talk about. Let me know if you can relate to some of my shizit. And let me know if there's any big stories I haven't touched on. Like I said, if there's like a big story I haven't touched on, or I have any facts wrong, or fucking smack a dude with them. I'm willing to take the licks. I'm an open book here. So I'm gonna leave this short. I'm gonna come out with some more stuff after Christmas, talking about my Christmas. Like I'm shooting for like getting videos out on Sundays and Tuesdays, so maybe even Fridays, but definitely like Tuesdays. So sometimes it might be a little earlier on Mondays. I'm just still in the feeling out process, so we'll see where everything goes. I'm gonna keep doing these, and thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna cut it short. We're only at like 30 minutes, but yeah, well, I'm gonna bring the fire. I almost debated on not doing this, but I had to. I started something, I gotta keep at it. You know what I mean? Started something, gotta keep at it. But I gotta work early in the morning. A short shift, and then all the fun festivities go down. So I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas or any holiday that you're celebrating around this time, Hanukkah, whatever, any of that. So I hope you have a happy holidays, if I'm being more correct. You all have a good one, you sexy people. Eric Daniel out. Thank you for listening to the Yocast.